Alright, y'all. Hey, it's been a while since I made a video. And honestly, I'm glad to be back making them. And the group that I'm gonna be talking about today, or artists, you can say artists because it's plural this time, would be one that is extremely influential within hip hop, not only for their impact on music, their multiple Grammys won, and their platinum records, but their impact in support for women within hip hop, normally an unrepresented space within the genre, especially during its time of the 90s to early 2000s. And this group would be TLC. TLC pushed women's empowerment in the early 90s, becoming a mass superstar hip-hop group bleeding into the early 2000s. Members T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili would all originate making their music in Georgia, but not all of them were born in Georgia. T-Boz, born in Iowa, moved to ATL at 9, raised by her mom alone as her dad walked out on them. Wanting to be a music star since she was a kid, walking around the house, and would enter competitions all around her town trying to join dance groups, especially at her skating rink. But here she would be denied, mostly because she was a girl. Chili, the C in TLC, was raised by her mom, and the only one that originally grew up in Georgia. Left Eye, or Lisa Lopez, who grew up in Philadelphia, raised by her mom and dad until they divorced. They had problems within domestic abuse, and this hindered her development and focus in school. Due to this, she was fed up when she got older and packed and moved to Atlanta with just a keyboard, hoping for a record deal. Left Eye and T-Boz would have success finding some sort of management within Atlanta, and they had a group member named Crystal, which soon left because their record label didn't seem to really like Crystal and her voice. So they kicked her and they found a new member, Chile. The trio worked with many figures in the hip-hop scene, making their first song, Ain't No Price to Beg, which advocated for safe sex for women, and the single released in the 90s and was loved by everybody. This would be a leading single into their 6-time platinum album, with hot singles like Baby Baby Baby, What About Your Friends, and Hat to the Back, though with much success similar to other hip-hop groups in this time that would be seeing little to no money. Pebbles, their manager, would get into an argument with the group and eventually leave, but still would have a massive percentage of their contracts through the Face Records. After breaking off from management Pebbles, they would start their second studio album, Crazy Sexy Cool, with lead singles Waterfall and Creep, going platinum in weeks. During this time, though, they were still getting little to no money and filed for bankruptcy in the late 90s, shocking everyone considering they have 2 platinum albums. At the 1996 Grammys, this was truly put to display, when TLC, after the After Show Awards, went on to talk about in general the bad record deals that going on within the music industry, hindering artists from seeing little to no money that they're making from their music.
In this business for 5 years, and we are broke as broke can be, and we're not like trying to be a sad story of that.
TLC would break out from this contract from Pebbles due to help with their record label and would finally get their own better deal. They were trying to make their 3rd studio album for a while, but there was problems with Left Eye, as she didn't want to present everywhere with the group because she wanted to have her own direction, and she didn't like how it went after the 3rd album. This album specifically is what I'm taking inspiration for the beat today, and song specifically No Scrubs, but Left Eye would be drifting further and further from the group after this album's release as well, and would only show up to big events like Grammys and other things. She would go off to South America with her family, which later, when she was driving back with her friends, they got into a fatal car accident in which she was the only life taken. After this, the group was no longer a group. The trio was no longer a trio. Though the story came short, their music was loved and adored, and for their time, they were the most sold and appreciated female group of all time, leaving their impacts not only on women's empowerment, but the hip-hop scene in general, giving space and way to women hip-hop artists today. And I think that's what makes them so impressive and so interesting. Shout out to my mom. She put me on this song, along with many other 2000s and early R&B. I'm gonna make a TLC R&B beat. So y'all gonna see me watching the video and dissecting it though. So this is real breakdown. Peep game. Right, use No Scrubs, of course. Classic. So we got right now. Hold up. That's the melody I'm thinking of. Now let's listen again. Now let's make these bass notes longer, like. Okay, what other gems they had in here? They had this like little bubble part. It sounds like a little lovely little bubble, but I don't have that, so we're gonna have this. And I know this doesn't have strings, but I'm gonna try something. If it doesn't work, we delete it. But let's hear the other elements of this. Is there a bass? Oh, it's just a snare and a kick. So we're gonna add some flair to this because I feel like it. What I'm gonna do is get the kick going, similar to the TLC beat. Now let's make this an actual good bass plugin, as y'all just saw. We cooked it up. Follow the root bass notes. That's how you make them perfect. Fire. Yeah. I think the strings added so much to this, bro. So glad we added this, y'all. I wish Bass Light wasn't a crappy plugin. Cause, ooh, this is good, bro. We cooked with this, boys. Anyway. Look at all that done in only 3 channels. And we'll hook these up all to channel 4. Add some drum room to them. Lower the size, lower the wetness. Let's get the menu on this. Scrub is a buddy that can do nothing for me. I know at your time. But yeah, bro. I'm gonna arrange this. Let me know if y'all want me to drop it. It's actually make TLC early 2000s beats with ease. We only did 20 minutes on that. We low-key sped through. This could be like a 4-minute video, quick. But yeah, I messaged y'all, and a Kanye video breakdown on sampling dropping soon too. But that's gonna be with the video essay. Actually, this one might be too.